Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Time Ward podcast. I'm here today with Anish. Say hi, Anish.
Hello.
And today it's just gonna be us two. Back to the how it started. Um, but today we're gonna take a break from talking about football, and we're gonna talk about something that me and Anish both love watching and have been watching since it started when in like September. What was it? September 20th, I think.
September 20th.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, it was and it's tennis, the French Open. We're already what into like the third round right now.
Yeah, on
So
the third round, on to the fourth round,
yeah,
basically.
so cause we wanted to do one where we started from the beginning, but I think it's probably more entertaining this way because we can properly guess who will probably make it to the final and who might win. So
Mm.
yeah, so we're gonna talk about French Open today. So do you want to go over any games that went over today, or just want to talk about winners and stuff like that? What do you think?
Winners and I think what we can do is we after we go through who's currently pretty much made it or making it to the fourth round. We can discuss who the quarterfinalists are gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just run through the lists and then we can make predictions on who's gonna make the quarters and then we're gonna discuss the bracket and then we're
Yeah.
gonna discuss who might win and then we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna round off by saying some overall discussions about COVID and the Grand Slams and which Grand Slam is the most difficult to win.
Yeah. All right. So you want to start with what are the any games or just
Yeah, so I mean, I think Djokovic improved me or not improved but impressed
mm-hmm.
me a lot, to be honest. And I think the way he went out of the US Open is made him really pissed off,
Yep.
honestly. And I think he's really determined to do something and win the French Open again. He's only won it once
Mm-hmm.
back in 2016, and I think he's come into this tournament with a lot of momentum because I mean people were expecting Nadal to just sweep the Italian Open, but actually Nadal lost and
Oof.
Djokovic won, and I think ultimately we have to discuss why that is, and I think it has to do with sort of the climate right now in Europe, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
because of the postponement. I mean, usually this tournament is like late spring, early May, but
Yeah.
now because of COVID, it's in September and
Mm-hmm.
going into October. And the Italian Open, of course, was in sort of early to mid September. And so with that sort of thing, I mean, I feel like the colder weather plus the rain,
Mm-hmm.
in between games and stuff like that. I mean, it changes the complexion of the court
For sure.
and it changes the complexion of the surface,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it also has an impact on fatigue, right? Because
Oh
if it's
yeah.
hotter outside, obviously players will get more fatigued,
Mm-hmm.
but if it's cooler, I mean, I feel like it helps endurance.
Yep.
So I feel like that ultimately benefits Djokovic more than it benefits Nadal because
Mm-hmm.
Nadal, right, he just relies mainly on his athleticism to outlast people over 5 sets, and
Yep.
then it's just like in a battle of attrition, he sort of just fights his way to the final and wins the
Mm-hmm.
final. At least that's the way it's gone in previous years. But I feel like I mean, the pandemic sort of fucked everything up, dude, and I feel
Oh, for
like
sure.
now it's become like a much more even playing field
Mm-hmm.
between everyone. So who do you think is gonna make it past this? Right, I think Djokovic and Nadal won
They're
pretty
they're they're
handily.
quarterfinalists for sure. Like, there's no doubting that.
Yeah,
You could say semifinalists. I mean, I
and
don't.
what's great
Hmm?
is that they're on opposite sides of the bracket actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is good. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they can play in the final. Thank God. That
It
would be a
could
nice
be.
final. Yeah, but
I think Nadal has a
hmm?
way harder bracket, to be honest. Nadal's side of the bracket is way harder because he's on the same side as Zverev,
Ooh,
Team, and Schwartzman, who knocked him out of the Italian Open.
the guy who won the U.S. Open, the semifinal, the other finalist of the U.S. Open, and Schwartzman is always difficult to play against.
Yeah, Schwartzman beat Nadal in the
Yeah.
Italian Open
Hmm.
actually.
So yeah, but after seeing Medvedev, do well in this past U.S. Open and also the one where he made it to the final. It was sad to see that he got knocked out because he's the one that's starting to like I'm watching him very closely because he's looking good, man. Like I feel like maybe in the future I don't think for a while we'll see any player get to the level of Djokovic, Nadal, or Federer. It was, but I'm sure there will be some that can show more promise. I would say, but yeah, like I really like Medvedev, but he lost sadly. There's a Chilean playing in in the third round. I forgot about him. He's playing against what's his name? The Russian Chashtanov, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's Rublev? Oh, Rublev is the other Russian. He looks pretty good too. Dimitrov, the B-Tech Federer. He's there.
He's not winning. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, definitely not. I feel like Tsitsipas plays pretty well on clay, and he might have some chance of getting to the quarters.
He does. Those two are on a collision course. Actually, it looks like Dimitrov and Tsitsipas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If whoever like if Dimitrov wins, he plays. Yeah. If Tsitsipas wins and Dimitrov win, they play each other in the fourth round. Yeah, and that bum Kevin Anderson is there.
I think Rublev is beating Anderson, to be honest.
Yeah, easily.
On clay, especially.
Oh yeah. Kevin Anderson. He's too slow, I think. I mean, his serve will always, help to bail him out, but in the end, and I think Rublev has more endurance too. Like more stamina. He can last 5 on clay, especially because on hard court it always goes. I would say Anderson probably to win. But yeah, clay. No, go ahead. Sorry.
And ultimately, I think that's also has to do with why Shapovalov and what's his name. Medvedev. Ultimately, like I think their game is more predicated to grass than it is on clay.
Yeah, for sure. Grass and hard court for sure. Yeah, a lot of people struggle with clay. I always I've played on clay for a lot because I play, and I know you do too, Anish. So I don't think I've never played on a grass court. I've played like 90% of tennis on clay, and I've played only a few times on hard court. So I don't know about you. Where have you played before?
I think I've just pretty much played on hard.
Hard court?
Hard or concrete, yeah, like asphalt, concrete.
Used to the fast pace, huh?
Yeah. Like I mean, and it's more see the bounce on hard court is way more predictable than the bounce on clay, and actually it's more predictable than the grass bounce.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think it's harder to return shots on grass, to be honest.
I mean, because it doesn't bounce that high. Like you have to in grass. I think people. I mean, under grass, under the grass on tennis courts, there is like some sort of hard surface. Like I don't even know what it is, but like I don't think people realize like how low you have to get, and how because like for example Federer for his like one-hand backhand return on grass, it looks easy for him obviously, but playing on a surface like that where the ball doesn't bounce that high and you have to get low and go to the ball rather than letting it come to you, it's a lot harder. But yeah, so but like we were saying, Djokovic, Nadal for sure will be in the semis, I would guess. And then from there, it's just a question of which of the youngsters I think is gonna make it to the final.
I think Thiem's like game is really good for clay.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. He made it. Didn't he make it to the French Open final?
Yeah.
And he lost to Nadal, right?
Yep, he did. Yeah. And I think he lost to Djokovic in the Australian as well.
He made it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
I think it's either the final or the semi, but I think he lost to Djokovic in one of those. But I mean, like he's getting up there to the point where I think like he can challenge or beat Nadal on clay if they meet.
That's the important thing. He's consistently getting to semis and finals. And like out of all the youngsters, he's the one who's consistently getting there. Like Zverev, as of late, he's what? How old is he? Like 20, 22, 23?
20, yeah, 23, 23.
Yeah, so he still has cuz team is what like 25, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
so team has the experience but Zverev of course is showing all the promise cuz I remember we were talking yesterday. You said he's kind of like he kind of plays like Federer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just minus the one hand backhand, but
Yeah, and
yeah.
he's more athletic than I feel like he's an all-round better athlete like in terms of strength and
Mhm.
endurance than Medvedev and
For
Shapovalov,
sure.
which I think will make him better on gun clay,
Oh
to be
yeah.
honest.
Mhm.
I mean that bottom half of the draw is really really difficult.
It
Like
is.
you want like I think like the only tough I mean okay, a Rublev dude, but ultimately like I don't think Rublev like is gonna do anything if he meets Djokovic, dude.
Oh
Like
no no
I
no
think
no
that's
no.
like too
Djokovic,
much for him.
yeah, Djokovic, yeah. And I'm surprised Wawrinka lost, man. Like he usually does well, but I guess this year he wasn't able to make it. But in the fourth, like I was looking at the draw. So the fourth round, it'll be Nadal versus some American guy. That should be easy for Nadal. I would assume like straight
Yep,
3 sets.
Corda. Yeah.
Yeah, Korda. Yeah, and then he could play Zverev in the
Yep.
fifth round or the quarter. I mean.
Yeah,
Um,
dude. Yep.
and that there you go. That's a match right there. Zverev Nadal. Who would you
And
think
then
would win
after
that
that,
though?
I mean, I'm backing Nadal, dude.
Yeah.
But then it's gonna be really difficult for the winner of that because after that, the winner of that quarterfinal is likely to meet Team
Yep. Mhm.
in the semi. So,
Exactly.
and
Yep.
then I'm assuming Schwartzman will also like yeah, Schwartzman versus Team is gonna be the other one, and then like from the bottom half, it's gonna be I think Schwartzman versus Team, and then Zverev versus Nadal, and then the winner of each will meet each other in the semi.
Yeah.
So
And Djokovic should easily win his next match, which is against some Colombian guy. I forgot his name.
yeah, Galan.
Galan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Galan. And then the Chilean guy will be playing. He's done pretty
Will
well actually.
presumably knock Djokovic out and make it to the quarterfinals.
If that happened, oh my god, if that happened, wow. And then Bautista Gut and
That's a trap game
yeah,
for Djokovic, to be honest, dude. Batista good. I mean, he's 10th seed, so he's ranked like pretty highly
and Karina
considering.
Busta too. Karina Busta wasn't Karina Busta was the one who played against him in the U.S. Open when he got knocked out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
not
so that's
well,
actually a
yeah.
really good game, to be honest. Dude,
Mm,
Busta versus a good dude, and that's a trap for
mm,
Djokovic potentially. Other than that, I don't see anybody who can beat him,
yeah,
like or upset him in the.
yeah, cause like Shashanov, if he were to be the Chilean guy and play Djokovic, I don't think he would win.
No.
Neither of the neither of Garin or Chashanov would beat Djokovic, and
Mm-mm.
then Bautista Agut or Carreño Busta, they would put a challenge, but
Mm-hmm.
probably ultimately not be able to beat him. And then from there, it's stinky. Tsitsipas should
Mm-hmm.
win his game. Dimitrov should win his game. Rublev, I would assume, should win, and then what is this guy? Fuskovic, and some Brazilian guy. And then this young. Remember what tournament did he like break out in? And then after that, I never heard of him again. That Italian kid,
Italian kid
Berrettini. Remember he was
Berrettini.
like he. I forgot what tournament it was that he became like a breakout star, and then everybody was talking about he made it to like the semis or the quarters,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've never heard of him again after that. Like most people. Like
Mm-hmm.
do you remember that girl, that young girl who won the French Open?
Okay. Are you talking about like the Estonian girl like
Yeah,
from
yeah,
a
yeah,
few
her,
years ago?
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Like her name is Ostapenko, right?
Ostapenko, and have you heard
Kind
from?
of a difficult one to
Yeah,
pronounce.
have you heard from her ever again after that?
She's here actually. She's here in the French Open. She like so she's like one of
Mm.
the remaining contenders for
Mm.
that.
But I remember everyone
There's
was hyping her up so much, and I never after she won that, like I don't remember anything about her,
they're
but
all hyped, dude. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
backing my girl Halep to like
Surely, yeah.
get the gold. Yeah,
Wait, what
I'm
happened to
definitely.
Serena? I missed that. It was a walkover.
Yeah, I don't know like what round. Like, I mean, was she here even?
Yeah,
Like,
she was, and then there was a walkover. I don't know what happened. Let me see. I'll check.
Serena lost to Pironkova. I think she's Bulgarian.
Let's see.
Yep, in the second round, she lost in the second round. Yeah.
It was a walkover though, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
What happened though?
I have no idea, dude. I completely forgot. I mean, I heard some things about Venus getting knocked out in the very first round,
Mm.
and then like, I mean, I didn't even realize Serena was playing in this. Like,
I mean, she's already like she's 40 years old now. Come on, like
yeah, dude. Like,
surely like one if I was her, turn 40, retire. You're the fucking legend already. You
I
know,
mean,
like
even Federer himself is like not even playing in this tournament, dude. So
yeah.
like, I
I
mean,
mean,
what? Like, I
he
mean,
got a surgery though,
yeah,
but
but
like
still,
anyway, he
yeah,
doesn't play French Opens.
yeah,
Like he
anymore.
rarely, cause it's too much for him to
Mm-hmm.
play in French Opens.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm sure he'll play Wimbledon if when he comes back, and Australian and U.S. Open. But yeah, it's for him. May max one more, if that's possible. But with all these
Mm-hmm.
youngsters, I don't think it can happen. But
Mm-hmm.
if he were to win again, max one more, and I would assume Wimbledon would be the one that he wins.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to the French Open. So
Yep.
what are your quarter predictions?
Okay, so let's do a bottom half first
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like,
okay. Mm.
or I don't know which one do you prefer doing it because like okay, so the top half is kind of like a banter, dude. So like
Yeah,
maybe we should just get the top half out of the
yeah.
way, dude.
Get it
So
out of the way. Yeah,
I mean, Joker's gonna make the quarter.
for sure.
I'll just say, you know what? I'll say Garin meets Djokovic in
Ah.
the fourth round.
Mhm.
Djokovic makes the quarter.
Mhm.
Um, Bautista a good versus Busta. That's difficult, but I'll go for Bautista a good to make the fourth and meet Altmaier, and I think Bautista a good goes to the quarterfinal.
Mhm. So it'd be
And
Djokovic a
then
good. Okay.
yeah, so it's gonna be Djokovic. So far, Djokovic, Bautista are good.
Mhm.
Okay, this is like, I mean, okay, fine. Rublev is gonna like beat Anderson and then beat the winner of Fuchsovics and Montero. So
Mhm.
I think the third quarterfinalist from the top F is gonna be Rublev.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just say Tsitsipas like beats Bedene and then he beats Dimitrov in the fourth round, and so Tsitsipas makes the quarterfinal, so he's the fourth quarterfinalist, and
Mhm.
that wraps up the top half.
So is Djokovic?
I mean, pretty weak
Mhm.
half to be
Oh
honest,
yeah,
dude.
for
Like, I
sure.
mean, pretty weak half. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
Djokovic like should. I mean, if Djokovic does it and gets upset, I mean, whoever makes the final from the bottom half is probably gonna win. To be
Yeah.
honest, like.
Mhm. So it would be joke for you, Djokovic, Bautista good,
Mm-hmm.
and
Rublev,
Rublev versus Tsitsipas,
Tsitsipas, yep.
and then so those are the quarters for you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then in the bottom half, okay, I'm going for Schwartzman because he's
For
like
sure. For sure.
he's kind of like a spoiler, so he's an
Mhm.
interesting one in there. Team definitely. I mean, how could you not?
Yeah.
Zverev definitely.
Mhm.
And then of course Korda.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Korda's gonna be Nadal easily. An
USA.
easy dub for Korda. Is he another youngster? I think so.
I mean, if that is, I mean, it's gonna be like a baptism of fire. So July 5th, 2000. Yeah, so he's like 20. Okay.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I mean that's game over, dude. Like game set. I mean, that's gonna
Surely.
be straight sets, surely. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would guess 6-1, 6-2, 6-1.
So Nadal's last match ended 6-1, 6-4, and 6-0.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay.
who did he play against? Let's see. Or
So some Italian guy, Travaglia.
how old is he? Let's see. He's
Yeah.
almost 30, so I mean, it should be easy for Nadal. Like, I mean, come on.
I'm expecting something similar to that, dude. To be
Yeah.
honest, like
So yeah, so quarters, Nadal, Zverev, team Schwarzman.
hmm
That's a
Yep.
tough one, man.
That's a loaded like
Yeah.
stacked. I mean, you have like a pedigree all around. I mean,
Oh
you have
yeah.
like the winner of the U.S. Open, So pretty much like you have like two champions, dude. You have the
Mhm.
winner of the U.S. Open and the winner of the previous French Open.
Yep.
Right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And then you have two finalists because the losing finalist of the U.S. Open and I believe Schwartzman was the losing finalist of the Italian Open. So
Yeah. Damn, man. Yeah. So like for me, the top half, yeah, I would say Djokovic. But for me, I think Busta is gonna be there instead of Bautista. So Djokovic, Busta, Tsitsipas, Rublev, for me.
mm,
That's the top half,
mm,
and then the bottom half. Yeah, I would agree with you. Schwartzman team, Zverev, Nadal. Yeah, that's pretty easy.
mm.
So yeah, those are the quarters for me. So almost the same. And then I guess from the semis, from the quarters, who would you say to go to the
Okay,
semi?
so
Unless you want to do another video on that after we get to the once we get to that point.
yeah. Let's go. Let's wait. Let's wait.
Yeah, let's say
What's the final you want to see?
the
Let's do
final.
that.
Of course,
Yeah.
Djokovic, Nadal. Come on,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
who
anybody
doesn't want
else
to see
wants to see
that?
anything different. Yeah.
Two champions going at it. Classic, one of the classics.
Yeah, especially on clay. I mean, like those, like each
Mm.
point is probably gonna like last a really long time.
Yeah, but to be honest, at this point, I think Djokovic will win. I don't know if Nadal has. Of course, Nadal is Nadal, but I just have a feeling that like this year might not be his year.
You're just saying that because you don't want to
Mm.
catch Federer.
No, if he
I mean,
does, because he lost the Italian Open. Like that's a sign right there. You never
Yeah, it
loses.
is.
He rarely loses clay tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So, but who knows? He could
I
just
mean,
he could just
that could
wipe
be
through
like
everyone.
a hangover. Dude. That could be hangover. To be honest, because he's not. When's the last time Nadal's played? I mean, like before the Italian Open, Australian.
The last time he played, let's see. He didn't play U.S.
Yeah.
So yeah, Australian, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since he played, dude. Like,
Let's see, Australian Open 2020. Yeah, I think it was. What was the final? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're right. The 2020 Australian Open was Djokovic's team.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Djokovic
Yep.
won.
Yep. I remember that game actually pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Team knocked out Nadal in that.
Yeah, he did. Yep, he did.
He put up a masterclass against
yeah.
Nadal in the semi. To be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
the quarter was Nadal team, and it was in 4 sets, and 3 of those were tiebreakers.
dude, to be honest, I'd be very wary if I was Nadal, dude. Like right now.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think Djokovic has as much to worry about, dude. But Nadal, like Zverev will test him. But I think the problem is Zverev played the U.S. Open, dude, and that U.S. Open final was actually insane.
Oh,
between
yeah.
Team and Zverev. Like that's gonna be the rivalry of tomorrow.
That was 5 sets, wasn't it?
Yeah, 5 sets and tiebreaker after 5 sets.
Oof.
So, like, and it was just like a stupid like mistake from Zverev that like
I know, right?
won
He was serving for the match.
Yeah.
What a bum, man. He'll get his chance.
He's facing some dude called Sinner in the 4th round.
Oh my god. Sinner. How old is this guy? How old is Sinner? Let's see.
Jay Sinner. Okay.
Jay Sinner.
2000. Oh, dude, they're about this. I mean, he's actually way younger than even Zverev. Dude,
19.
So.
Damn. A 19-year-old Italian kid.
A 2-handed backhand. Well, I mean, it seems like an easy game on paper. But
I need to see more one-hand backhand people, man. Thank God, team and Tsitsipas. One-hand backhand.
I mean, dude, I don't know what to expect from Tsitsipas down the road, dude. To be honest, like,
yeah. I remember when we first started people first started watching him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, people were fucking comparing him to like Federer and shit. And I was like, nah.
Yeah, dude. In football, dude, there's all these kids are like always the next Messi.
Yeah,
or Ronaldo,
yeah.
dude,
Like remember
like,
Kubo, the next Messi.
Yeah.
Or Bojan, the next Messi. For fuck's sake, Bojan.
Oh my god, dude,
Jesus
Bojan
Christ.
I mean, he's the Messi of the MLS.
Yes. Oh my god.
But yeah, dude, like any player who comes up in tennis is gonna be immediately compared to like Nadal and Federer, and like that says a lot about them. But still,
who would you say would be the next Murray?
Chichipas.
It's the next Murray.
Dude, like, what are your thoughts? Just give me your thoughts on Murray versus Wawrinka, dude, because that was like
Ooh.
that was the game that sort of like set the tone for the French Open. So, like, what do you think?
Murray Wawrinka, man. What year was that?
I mean, this year, this like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah, it was the what was it?
Yeah, it was just a beatdown, dude. It was just like 6-1, 6-3.
But what tournament was it? I forgot.
The French Open.
Oh, was it French? Oh, okay. Bro, I was thinking
Yeah.
some fucking other tournament. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Murray got knocked out in the first round. Yeah.
Yeah, 6-1, 6-3, 6-2. There you go. Oh my god, what a fucking loser. Nah, I mean, how old is he now? Like, almost 40 also, I think.
I don't think
I think
so,
he's,
dude.
no?
He's only 33.
Oh, I mean, with all his surgeries and stuff, I'm probably he's like plays like he's 40.
Dude, it feels like forever, dude. Like, I mean, the last match of Murray I remember actually was a loss, and he lost to Anderson
Yeah.
in the U.S. Open in 2015, and then, yeah, and then Anderson obviously, like, I mean, I don't know if Anderson got knocked out by Federer. I think, yeah, Federer knocked out Isner and Anderson in that, if I remember correctly. But yeah.
And I remember the last match I remember from Murray was like the fucking when he won the Wimbledon. That was the last thing I remember from him.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I barely paid attention to him after that. But, because, like, his game is so boring. Like, it's the most basic shit, like, you can ever see. Like, just a simple backhand and a shitty-ass forehand and those lobs and all that.
Yeah, he's mostly known for losing finals, dude. Like, okay, look at
Bottling
this Australian
finals.
Open. Australian Open, 2010, 2011, 2013, 2015, and 2016. All
my
final
God.
losses, dude. Like,
It's like Juventus. Jesus.
he's won the Wimbledon twice, which I guess is good, and then he won the U.S. Open once.
And he was the number one at one point.
Yeah, yep. In 2016, because he won Wimbledon that year, and he reached the French Open final and the Australian final. So yeah, he reached 3 finals and won 1. So yeah.
Well, gotta give him a little credit, but
Yep.
I think he's still shit.
Yeah, I think he's kind of washed up. Dude.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, like before, I was saying that you're not. I don't think we'll ever see Djokovic and Nadal or a Federer, at least for a while.
The closest thing is probably team, to be honest. Like,
yeah, team. Who would you compare him to out of those three?
Nadal,
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see
He's basically Nadal with Federer's backhand.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, what was the game he played? It was the semi or the final of the U.S. Open? He does that same forehand where that big top spin forehand.
Yeah, heavy top spin.
Where you put where you hit it and it goes over your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He basically hits his forehands like he's playing ping pong.
It's mostly top spin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So team would be like Nadal, and then Zverev, I guess, would be like Federer, right?
Yeah, Zverev is more like Zverev, Shapovalov, and Medvedev are all more like Federer, to be honest.
And then who's Djokovic? So that's the question.
No, Djokovic's game is the most unique, to be honest, out of all of them. Like, because, like, I mean, dude, the thing is that if Djokovic is playing at his best, dude, like, it's nigh on impossible to beat this guy, to be honest.
Sure,
like, I mean, which is why he's my favorite player, dude. Because, like, I mean, like, in terms of, I mean, okay, he doesn't have unique ground strokes, dude, but he actually has the best ground strokes based on consistency.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
Like, he's so consistent with, like, it's like a regular flat forehand and backhand, but it's like he's so consistent with them, like, it's difficult to
rarely
like,
misses.
Yep.
And probably the best returner of all time.
Oh, easily, yeah. Or at least next to Agassi.
Yeah,
if nothing else,
sure.
like them.
Yeah. For sure, from what I've watched. But I was gonna say something shit. But don't you think Medvedev, if he, like, once he gets better, he could be like Djokovic?
He could be like Federer, dude. I think.
You don't think anyone will be like Djokovic?
No, I don't think anybody has the game of Djokovic, dude. Like, Djokovic is, like, actually it's very like Medvedev has the technical ability to become like Djokovic.
Mm-hmm.
Like definitely, he has the technical ability to become like Djokovic, dude. But the thing is, like, dude, like Djokovic is like so athletic and he's so attacking, dude. Like, I mean,
True.
he's like a super attacking like player to be honest, dude. But like, he plays pretty much on the baseline or slightly in front of the baseline all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and that makes it really difficult for the opponent because he's so good at like timing. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's all about the timing, right? He hits the shots early, and
Yeah.
that gives like whoever you're playing against, it gives them like such a little time
Mm-hmm.
to hit back or like return. You know?
Yeah. True.
So he's so ultra attacking, and he's really good at the net. Actually, I mean, he's not as good at the net as Federer, but he's still like
Mm-hmm.
I think he's better at the net than Nadal, to be honest. Like, I mean,
Yeah. And
which is why he's won
mm-hmm.
the Wimbledon so many times.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? Also, uh, oh, like for me, I would if you were if you would compare him to football, Djokovic is easily Ronaldo, like the most complete. And then
It's yeah.
and then Federer's more like Messi, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
And then and because who's Nadal though? That's the question. I guess no, Djokovic and Nadal would probably both be like Ronaldo.
This is like a difficult comparison to make,
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest. Like, yeah, like okay, so
It's kind of a stretch to like compare them over
yeah,
two different sports, but
yeah, it is. But actually, you can make the comparison. Like, ironically, dude, like it's always Nadal because Nadal is a Madrid fan, dude. Like, so and, like a Nike athlete and all that, dude. So like
that's
everybody
true.
compares Nadal to Ronaldo, dude. But actually, like if you compare the way that they play, other than just like okay, they're both really athletic again, and that's like one thing, but if you compare the style and everything, dude, like I mean, I don't think they're that similar to be honest. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can say like Djokovic is kind of like a kind of like a Ronaldo type, I guess you could say, because he has like I mean he's the villain, you know, and Ronaldo's like always the villain. I mean, you could say Federer is more like Messi.
Always, yeah. I would always say Federer is
Yeah.
like Messi, yeah.
Yeah, Federer's like yeah because he's like I mean he's like the poster child. He's like the most well liked, the most famous.
Yeah,
So yeah, and like probably the most technical. So yeah, he's
for
probably
sure.
like Messi, and yeah, you could say Djokovic is like. I mean, if you want to say like anybody's like Nadal, dude, is probably to be honest like Ribery. I'm not gonna lie.
That's yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because like Ribery like is probably the best. He probably like works hardest in terms of defense. He probably runs the most.
Yeah.
He's he has like a really good like curling shot. So yeah, you can say he's probably like Ribery to be honest.
Mhm. Yeah. But yeah, like it's kind of hard to compare them over
Yeah.
two different sports, but
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out soon. Maybe Nadal's gonna bottle it against what's his face?
Team.
No, the
Oh,
American.
oh man, dude. Like I mean,
Corona.
I think that'd be the end of Nadal, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That's like the end of Nadal.
Yeah, yeah.
If that happens, dude, like you better. I mean, but team versus Nadal is gonna be actually like. I mean, I think
Yes.
that's gonna be as good as a final. To
Team
be honest,
team
dude,
has a better
because-
chance this time.
Of course, yeah, that's what makes it interesting. But then again, like 5 sets on clay, like dude, 5 sets on clay is like different, like is a different flavor when it comes to Nadal, dude. Like I mean, these 5 set games
Yeah.
on clay, like I mean, it's really difficult to beat Nadal.
True.
And also, Team and Zverev have kind of a disadvantage, to be honest, dude, because of the U.S. Open.
Yeah,
They kind of have a disadvantage, dude. Like, yeah.
I was gonna mention that earlier. That it's like back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of. I mean, for most of these players, they haven't even played the U.S. Open. But like Nadal, like you said, he's kind of like a hangover.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't
Yeah.
played since the Australian Open, or since the Italian
Mm-hmm.
tournament. And Zverev team just came off of the final. Djokovic got a big break. So I guess we'll find out. But yeah, we'll definitely make. You want to make one for when we get to the quarters, and then we can predict who we think will get to the final after watching.
Yeah.
Because we'll watch closely to make to definitely see who has the best chance. But I mean, you can basically confirm Djokovic will be in that quarter.
Yeah, definitely. Do Djokovic is making the quarter.
Yeah, Djokovic will be there with who? That's probably that's the big question with who he'd be there.
Mm.
Cause you can assume, but you never know.
Yeah,
With
I mean,
tennis.
it's difficult, dude. With between a good and Busta, dude, that's a really tricky game to be
Mm.
honest.
And then the bottom, that's also you can
That's
assume.
anyone's guess,
Yeah,
honestly.
you
Like,
could assume Nadal would be there, and then if Nadal loses to Zverev, I mean, fair play to Zverev, man. That's a tough uh thing to ask to do.
I think it's good for Nadal to play Zverev before he faces Team, dude.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, cause I would if like Nadal he plays Zverev and he wipes the floor with Zverev, then team has to be scared, man. If you
Yeah,
wipe the
yeah,
floor with Zverev like in 3 sets or like even 4, if it gets to 4, but like it's still like a tough beatdown, then team has
yeah.
to watch himself.
Do it because as of right now, dude, like as good as Nadal has been beating up the small fries, dude, like I mean, I don't think he's ready to face Team directly.
Oh
Right
yeah,
now.
oh yeah. If it was
Yeah.
team directly, then yeah, that would be tough, for sure.
I actually don't think he's ready, despite like how much pedigree he has in the French Open,
Mm,
because like Team is coming off of like a win of his own,
yeah,
and he's like
hungry
he's
for
become like a
another.
top, yeah,
He's
yeah.
hungry for more.
So he has to face. It's like favorable to Nadal actually to face. I mean, and we don't even have to talk about like Djokovic, dude, because like he's. I mean, he's reaping the benefits of that #1 seed by getting such an easy like a route to. I mean, the route is there for him, so he has to like
Yeah.
take advantage of it. But for Nadal, actually, it's low key. It's actually really like beneficial. This like going through the bracket this way, dude, facing the likes of Zverev, hopefully against Sinner, and then facing Team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
And
go
yeah,
ahead.
and in all likelihood, the team might knock out Schwartzman as well, dude. So like, I mean,
Yeah, I
like,
wouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
That'll be
So
tough
Nadal,
though. It'll be tough.
yeah, it'll be tough, dude. But like, I'm like, based on what happened in the Italian, I don't think Nadal is like too enthusiastic about playing Schwartzman again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll definitely do one when we get to the quarters, and we'll keep a close eye on all these players. Maybe my Chilean will beat Djokovic. if my Chilean beats the fucking Djokovic, man, that's a massive dub for my Chile. Cause the last good Chilean player was Fernando Gonzalez. I don't know if you remember him. He made it to the Australian Open final and lost to freaking Federer.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Have you watched him play, Fernando Gonzalez?
No.
Bro, he has the fastest and hardest forehand you'll ever see in tennis. Watch.
It's better than Del Potro's?
Yes, 100%.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Watch highlights of him, bro. He like you could not return some of these shots. Like I don't even know how fast they were, but yeah, most of them were bigger than Del Potro's. But yeah, so all right. Any last thoughts, Anish, before we
go Nadal, dude?
Oh,
Federer's dominant.
I mean, they'll be tied. So
yeah, but dude, if Nadal wins this French Open, dude, he's gonna win the next French Open. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
That's true. Cause like in tennis, age is like very. I mean, age doesn't really matter as it does
anymore.
Yeah, like in football, it's so different. Cause what Nadal is like 30, 30, 33?
Yeah.
34, something like that.
Yep. Dude, the only thing like I'm just confident is Federer is done, dude. So like it's up to basically Djokovic and Nadal to like catch him if they can.
Djokovic can last until like 34, 35 for sure.
Dude, Djokovic can catch. I mean, dude, the thing is, dude, Djokovic can catch Federer like next fall. To be honest, dude, because if he wins this, I'm fully confident he'll win the Australian because that's his best tournament.
What about the U.S.? Is the U.S. after this?
No, the U.S. is done. I mean, after this, I think it's normal. To be honest, like then
it'll go back to normal
after this. Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Then it's like Australian, French, Wimbledon, and U.S. Like
French will be again. They'll do the French again, bro. So yeah, if Nadal wins this, then it'll be an easy dub.
Dude,
it's
gonna be a stat padding session. Dude.
Oh my God. Jesus. Okay, so let's say Federer, he's done, right?
Yeah, I think he's done.
Who do you think Djokovic? Like, okay, so let's say Nadal gets to like 22. Do you think that Djokovic can pass him, or do you think Nadal would
No, that is too difficult, dude. That's why, dude, this French Open is really important, dude, because I think like it sets whoever wins up for like
for goat status?
to be the goat. To be
Goat
honest,
status.
this is
Yeah.
actually a goat status like worthy French Open, which is why so many people care about it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and why it's so important.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. When are the quarters? I think in a week or two.
Yep.
So we'll see by then. What happens, and then yeah, we'll make another video about the quarters and who we think is gonna get to the final, and we'll have a better prediction of why or of who is gonna win. So, but yeah, that's any final thoughts, or we're all done
No.
here today.
Yep. Yep. I'm just about done.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yep.
So yeah, that's been our French Open episode today. But also we're gonna do another video about the Champions League draw, and
That's coming soon.
Yeah, that's coming soon. So we'll make that and we'll upload it as well. So
Yep.
make sure to like this video, subscribe, please. We're going for 80, trying to get to 100, and once we get to 100, I'm gonna consult with my peers here, and we'll see if a plan of ours will come to fruition. So yeah, all right, guys, that's been the Time War podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye.